We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here. Jack and Jill here.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steve and Jack Butella.
Thank you very much. Get to know your name. And I'm Jill DeWitt, and we're broadcasting from the awesome Lone Star State. We are in Texas now. If you've been following us, you're bored.
Today, Jill and I talk about land investing from the road. This
Yep.
is week number 6 that we've been doing this on Monday.
Yep.
This episode is called The Mechanics of Doing Business Remotely. For example, I wonder if my internet connection is going to work today.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm going to even care about working today.
Yep.
Because there's stuff that's just more fun.
Full-blown different mindset requires
Yep.
different scheduling.
Okay, wait. Where were we last week when we recorded? Were we in Arkansas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
when we
think we
recorded,
were.
were we in
I think
Arkansas?
so.
I don't know.
That's another thing about today, you just never know which state you're in, which time zone you're in.
Yeah.
And
I have to go back and look. I believe we were in Arkansas. We could have been in Nashville. I am not sure the last time we recorded. But either way, last weekend, we went from Arkansas through Oklahoma here to Texas, where we have been for the last 4 days and having a ball. And I need to knock on something. Everywhere we go, the weather's been great. There's no wood around here.
it wasn't great when it started, but remember that transformer blew up in the middle of the night in front of us?
Yeah, but we were safe.
Madison, Wisconsin, sure.
We were
It just
safe.
wasn't the best of weather.
Well, okay, for the most part, it's been good. We haven't had any snow. How's that?
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
Greg wrote, okay, I have a very newbie question. I had a couple of parcels that weren't selling, so I put them back on the MLS, and heck, I just got an offer on one of them. So now I have an offer from a realtor/client, which I will gladly accept. But what is the process for this? Normally I would send signed PAs to my attorney to facilitate, but is this the agent's job now? Someone please lay out the roles and responsibilities for this type of transaction so I don't have to call the agent and ask them.
I can do it if you want.
Go for it. You want to go first? Yeah.
You got a couple of properties who, depending on how you bought them, you either bought them by doing deeds yourself, which is a very old school way, or you bought them through a real estate agent. I'm guessing you didn't because this process, Greg, is not familiar to you. So you probably bought them without title insurance. You just got them. You did it, what Jill talks about in chapter, I think, 6 or 7 in Land Academy 3.0. You went through that. And you own the properties, and now you got an offer on the MLS from a realtor, or a realtor-driven offer where the realtor is representing a client. I would absolutely contact the realtor and say, yes, send me the documents that you need me to sign, and let the realtor do their job. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do their job right. So what I would actually do is find somebody in your life or on Discord that can help you review these contracts and make sure that they do it correctly.
I'm sorry, but I have to disagree. I got a totally different spin on this.
Go ahead.
And I would handle it differently. And this is why you have 2 of us. So this is not by the way, you don't get to run to mom and use mom answer, run to dad, use dad's answer. But anyway, I read this as he has an attorney that probably closed the deal for him on the buy side. So he's like, normally I would just send the PA to my attorney and let him handle it. But now I got a realtor involved. I don't know what to do. I would just still do this. I would do status quo. I would say, hey, I normally just do a 1-page purchase agreement. If you want to use your longer one, that's fine. But I got a great attorney who did the deal one on the buy side. So I want to use him on the sell side because it's faster and cheaper and all that good stuff. And that's what I would do. Yeah, that would be my first choice.
Jill's answer is better.
And if they dig in, they have someone they want to use, I'm cool with that too. But I would just go with the first one.
Well, to one up that, I agree. I like Jill's answer better. I would just contact your attorney and say, we're going to sell one of these properties.
There's a realtor involved.
They have a realtor.
Here's their name.
Yeah.
And here's the price.
Please close the deal.
Yeah. There you go.
That's the way to go.
Thank you.
Today's topic, land investing from the road, week 6, the mechanics of doing business remotely. This is the meat of the show.
I have a couple points to make here about things I have learned over the past month and a half about doing deals from the road. Number 1, it's not as hard as you think it is.
Oh, that's good, Joe.
It
Because it really isn't.
It's not. The hardest part, and even, internet service, come on, big whoop. I can use stuff on my cell phone. If I have to drive to McDonald's for the day or something like that, I can do that. It's really not that hard. I don't need to have what's our big fancy thing that we have?
Starlink.
I don't need Starlink. And I could probably do it with a tablet. I could honestly do land deals with a tablet and my cell phone in a McDonald's parking lot if I had to.
All true.
Mm-hmm. So what the hardest part is sitting down and getting yourself organized and getting stuff done.
Because there's too much fun stuff to do.
That's it. You do need to if you don't have an assistant planted somewhere that is managing your deals through the process, that's the hardest part, because you're probably not traveling around taking pictures of your own property to upload them and post them at that moment. That's usually not what you're doing. That's what you hire other people to do, kind of thing. But you do need someone managing and making sure it's getting done. Even managing an agent or a broker and making sure it's posted and the deal's going through and, kind of thing. Signing papers from when you get offers in. Hey, welcome to DocuSign. We don't have to do anything. This whole 6 weeks, it's only a handful of times because it's on the sell side, right? I'll tell you, this is a truth time thing in a second here too. It's only less than 5 times have I had to be available for a mobile notary to come to me in my RV. No big deal. And I didn't have to write a check. I didn't have to shell out any money because my assistant arranged it all and paid them all, over a credit card, over the phone, pay whatever they did. I don't even know. My assistant just said, "Hey, I need you for 3 documents. Give me some days and some times and I'll get someone to come to you." Great. They print out all the documents and do all that. So that's even easy. The truth time moment that I'm going to share right now is, and then I'll hand this back to you. The majority of what we're doing right now today, in today's environment, with everybody worried about interest rates and money and, what's going to happen, at the end of this month, the end of this year, going into next year, real estate, I'm buying a lot more right now than I'm more focused on the buy side than I am on the sell side. And for buying properties, I'm not notarizing anything. So that's even easier to do from the road. And I can wire money from my phone like I did today if I need to. What's your thoughts?
So this is a mindset. Working on the road is a mindset. It's real easy to go on Google Maps. When you have a full-time job or when you're buying and selling land full-time and look at Google Maps and say, wow, wouldn't it be cool to be in the Ozarks right now? I'm stuck in Los Angeles. It'd be cool to have. So there's a big step, bigger than I thought, from that thought, which I obsessed for past tense on for actually, quite honestly, a few years. That adventurous spirit kind of, wanderlust kind of thing, to actually doing it. And when you do it and get out there and you are pretty far out from where you live or stuff that's familiar to you, it takes a change in mindset. And you just don't know what's going to happen next, especially if you were somebody like Jill. This is no adjustment for Jill. Jill loves to be in a situation where she doesn't know what's going to happen tomorrow. She's not necessarily care where we stay.
True.
She certainly doesn't care about where the electricity comes from, whether or not we have an internet connection or a water and sewer connection, which is kind of my job. Does that cause any real stress? No. I'll tell you that the real issue is Land Academy and recording these shows. Like right now, we're in a hotel because the last time we did this, it didn't work as well as it should have from Starlink. Yeah. You test Starlink, the night before you're ready to record and go on. Today's Thursday, where we're recording all this, and we do our Thursday call, and there's a lot of resources, computer resources that this equipment needs.
Bandwidth.
Yeah. And so Starlink is not incredibly consistent. I'm sure it will be at some point. To do your land business, if we were just buying and selling land, a cell phone connection.
It's great.
And I can't think of, and you know more than me, if you were in a situation where for 1, maybe 2 days, you just didn't have a cell connection at all, which is great, by the way.
The wheels aren't going to fall off the bus.
That's what I mean. The seller or the buyer or the agent or whoever.
They'll figure it out.
This is land. It's not
My
like
assistant knows.
It's not like somebody needs to move in a house on Sunday because they have to go to work on Monday.
Good point. Yeah, very, very good point.
So, but my whole point actually in writing this title was you need to change your mindset, because I've been preaching, in Land Academy since we started it. You need a schedule. You need to be in Outlook. You have to have your meetings all scheduled out, and on and on and on. And I think that in the beginning of whatever you're doing is imperative. But at this point in our career, I don't know what we work because of Land Academy. We work
coming to the dark side.
Well, I just think at our age and at this point in our career, I care a lot less about maximum efficiency and care more about having fun. So Wednesday is our career path day right now. We work all day that day, and Thursday is Thursday. We record these shows and do our
all our member
Thursday
stuff
webinars.
and Clubhouse.
So we're in an environment with a consistent internet connection for those 2 days, and then we get to go horse around anywhere we want in any situation that we want to for the other many days of the week.
Exactly.
I'm okay with that.
Totally.
And if it's
Try
not,
it.
So, but maybe for you, I guess my point is maybe for you, when we're working at home, 7 days a week, I'll work from 9 in the morning to about 11. Maybe 2, maybe 3 hours. And honestly, is all that work? No, a lot of it's just research and horsing around.
And movies.
Yep.
No, I was going to say too, the other thing, there's a couple ways to do this, like we just said, to do it the way we're doing it, or, cause we're going on, we're going to be, when we're done, it'll be 2 months that we were totally on the road. Some people, if you don't have that time right now, there's a lot of you I know that are here in Land Academy that are still hanging on to your day job, which I'm glad you are, until it's really time to cut that cord and you have enough money in the bank that you're like, I have 6 fallbacks. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I know I have enough money to last me 3 years. We're good, kind of thing. So if you're in that situation and you only have like a week or two block, do it. So your other scenario is you could kind of really not shut down your business, but like really, really scale down your business, and then catch up when you get back. That's not nuts too. We just talked about that in Career Path the other day. We have a really awesome, been with us for years, member who will take a week off and not really, like, if there's probably a couple little things that he'll do in there, but for the most part, he's like, I'll just catch up on the calls. He's like, I have learned that, someone live is answering the calls, AKA Pat Live. If I get to him Tuesday, or if I get to him a week from Tuesday, I don't think I'm losing that much traction.
He's got a lot of experience too.
Exactly. So that's the other way to do it. Would I do that for 2 months? No. See, I can't do that. So, and for me, I don't mind. And so you have a couple ways to do it. You could put it on hold and really focus on the family, or you could focus on the family and mix this in, which is what I do, which I love. He cracks up at me. I'll go, hey, go and get a seat. I'm just going to take this quick call and I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Right.
No problem. So it works.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
It's amazing how much being on the road, for me personally, and I'm pretty sure Jill too, it opens your mind up to new things, like new ideas about buying and selling land, new ideas about how to live your life. It's shocking to me, the number of families that I see in pretty sizable RVs who are homeschooling. You can see them sitting at a picnic table being homeschooled. So, whether you agree with that or not, doesn't matter. It's like
you have options.
It's just new ideas,
yeah.
Or new, what I'm seeing because we're in different parts of the country on this trip, I'm seeing how land is getting used, like in Michigan, is very different. Maybe it's the regulations that are a little bit looser. Maybe it's just creative people. I don't know, but we're going to come back from this trip. I am, with a big, yellow pad of notes. and make some changes about where we buy land, how we buy it, how it gets used, how we market it, and who we sell it to.
Yeah.
And so think about the value of that.
Yeah.
That's really what this trip has been about. We're not talking in past tense yet because we're about to wrap this up. We're going to go back to Arizona, I think, soon here, but not for long.
And I don't know, anywhere between 7 and 14 days.
Right.
And then, but yeah, and all we're going to do is go back and plan the next trip.
And the truth is, and I'm going to wrap my part of this up on this. Jill and I have determined and shook hands on our next business.
Yeah.
And we're both convinced it's going to be a smash hit based on this trip, based on the stuff that we saw on this trip. So the more you can get out, I always say, Ma, don't leave your computer. If you leave your computer, you're losing money. That's probably, well, it is
partially
it's
true.
True for sure.
Depends on what you're doing.
Until you get, until you're like, yep, I got that licked. I got this buy and sell and land thing licked. I'm ready for kind of a new, fresh area to send mail. Maybe go out there and check it out.
Excellent. Happy you could join us today, 5 days a week. You can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow's episode on the Land Academy Show is called, What is the real time commitment you really need to run your land business? You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Plus, it's a freaking blast.
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole thing of it.
Isn't it interesting? Here's what else we've learned. RVing is not an inexpensive hobby.
Yeah. Well, the way Jill does it. Jill doesn't do anything the inexpensive way.
That is so not true. That is not true. And you need to know, I'm telling you right now, he is making that up. We're saving money on the road. I'm not kidding.
We really are.
And nobody's buying anything. And if anybody wanted a new rig, it was you.
Yeah, we got a new rig.
So you'll see.
And a new Jeep to pull behind it.
Yeah.
None of it's new, no. It's just new to us.
Exactly. But don't put that on me. But I'm just saying, hold on to your hat if you think, we're going to take cheap vacations. Let's buy an RV. Not so much.
We tested it.
Not so fast.
We earned our we're no longer newbie RVers.
Yep.
We earned it.
We got the badge.
We're intermediate now.
We have the badge, the boots, and the scars to prove it. Mm-hmm. I'll leave it at that.
The used dealer with the RV said, "Do you guys want to consign this, or do you want to just trade it in? If you trade it in, it's going to be less money.
Right.
If you consign it, you probably take a little longer, but get more money." And both of us in unison said, "Trade it in.
Have it. It's yours.
Take it away. Please take it away."
Yeah. It's been good. Hey, if you think, by the way, as you're listening to all of this, that land investing just might be a good fit for you, get our free ebook via the landacademy.com website and join our free online community at landinvestors.com. You can also reach us directly by sending any questions to support@landacademy.com. We are Jack and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.